a resurgent corporatism and a rise in anti-intellectualism. Is there a relationship between the two? Now, for anyone who's not sure of what corporatism means, that's basically when the state is controlled by a set of large groups or conglomerates, and basically what we're seeing increasingly on various different media platforms where we consume our information is key voices, particularly from AI companies, I would argue, as well as other large corporates saying about what the future of the world is going to look like, whether that's environmental, work-related, even research-related, and what the landscape's going to look like in the next 10, 20, 30 years. Now, the problem with this is these are the only voices that you're really being shown or that you're really hearing from. And particularly when we think about the experts and the individuals who have, and then we think about the experts, and then we think about the experts, and then we have to think about the experts in their respective fields. We are increasingly seeing these individuals either losing research funding, they're losing their jobs, particularly on various platforms, they're being challenged because of various different other. And then we have the experts in the field, those individuals that are not necessarily getting no platforms, but they're certainly getting silenced, and in a lot of cases they can't share or express their view because a lot of the digital or print media is promoting these more corporate leaning or alternative products which are seen as this new age treatment, but in a lot of cases might be a problem in itself. They might not solve anything, and they might even be the new snake oil salesman. When you're thinking, okay, so what is the expert to do? The expert gives a rebuttal video. They argue against that particular perspective. And perhaps that piece of work by that individual gets punished. That article, that video doesn't necessarily get promoted and put like for like so that the product or the corporate view can have a alternative narrative put against it, a rebuttal. In a lot of cases, it's pushed either down to a select few who will support it, and then once it gets to a certain point, that video can be flagged for misinformation, and that leads to a lot of the problems that we're increasingly seeing, where it's not necessarily the individuals who have built their lives, their expertise, the knowledge of the field, just looking, discovering, identifying various new ideas. Instead, it's what is popular, what is seen as that conventional wisdom at the time, and in a lot of cases because it's promoted by fancy marketing. So is there a link between a resurgent corporatism and a rise in anti-intellectualism?